Hello you guys, welcome back to my channel and to another video. If you are new here, welcome. My name is David Blake. If you are returning, welcome back. Good to see you guys again. Today I got another storytime video for you guys. And you know what? I'm realizing I have a lot of these. We are gonna dive back and I am gonna tell you guys one really fucked up story. This is probably one of the worst things I have ever done in my life, gay related. So we're gonna dive into it today. But before we get into today's video, do not forget to hit that subscribe button, like this video, and turn on the notification bell. So this story is gonna take place about 8 years ago. Young, gay David. I was only about 23 years old. And at this time, I was only out of the closet for about a year and I was really exploring my gay wild side. So I was on GRINDR one day and I was chatting to a guy, and me and this guy had been talking for like months on and off on GRINDR. We had also seen each other around Nanaimo, where we were both from. Summer came around and me and this guy were chatting once again. He said he was in Parksville, which is the next city over from Nanaimo. He was just there with his family for a little getaway. And Parksville is this really cute little beachside town. I didn't have anything planned that day, so I asked him if he actually wanted to get together. At this time, it was about 8:30 in the morning, so it was quite early. And he said he was down to meet. His family was off doing something that he wasn't really interested in or something like that. I got up, I got ready, and I headed to the bus to go head to the next city over. On my way to the beach, I had to hit up the liquor store because, you know, beach, meeting a guy for the first time, nerves, it's almost a must. I got to the liquor store before they opened. I had to wait about 15 minutes for them to open up. And honestly, it's kind of weird when you're waiting for the liquor store to open up in the morning. Like, that is a sign that it is way too early to drink. You know, whatever. We were wanting just to have a good time. Once they opened, I remember going in and going to get a 40 of Absolute vodka. Like, way too much booze. We did not need that much. What if this guy can drink a lot? If he's a tank, then we're gonna need a lot of booze because I can drink a lot too. Once I left the liquor store, I headed on down towards the beach near where his family cabin was. And we met at this little beach spot right near there. It was actually nice to kind of meet. We had seen each other around for like months around town, chatted online for quite a while. When he showed up, he was a really nice guy. It was a lot of smiles and good vibes, and the day was really beautiful as well. So overall, it was a great start to the day. After we caught up a bit, I grabbed my bag and I pulled out like the big ass bottle of vodka, and I had poured us both a drink. It was about 11:30 a.m. at this time. So again, way too early to start drinking, but we were like, whatever, let's just hang out, have a good time. Alcohol makes things flow a lot easier, breaks the ice very fast. We just continued to chat about like this and that. Growing up on the island, we had gone to put our feet in the water and like walk around in the sand, which was beautiful. This beach is absolutely stunning. Then a few more drinks later, we both had to actually use the washroom. The beach was really starting to fill up. We didn't want to pee outside like in front of people. So we walked to the beach house to go use their washroom. And for real, this beach is a very, very popular beach. People will drive for hours from the surrounding cities to come to this beach. Like, it is iconic. They do like massive sandcastle competitions, kite flying. Like, it's just a huge, beautiful beach that everyone goes to. And our drunk asses were about to cause some trouble. After we had peed at the beach house, we wandered to another spot on the beach just so we could try and get as much privacy as possible away from all the people. But it's pretty impossible at this point now because it's about 12 o'clock, so the whole beach is getting hoarded by people. We ended up walking to like the very end of the beach to get away from people. We found this log. We ended up just chilling on it for a little bit. But we were really starting to get drunk by this point. So we were like kissing each other and our hands were kind of like going all over. So actually a few minutes after we got to that spot and we were like making out and getting a little crazy, I got a call from a friend of mine. She said she was just with her boyfriend and they were wondering what we were up to that day. I told her I was out at Parksville Beach. And she was like, no way, like I would love to come out there today and come hang out with you guys. After I hung up the phone, me and the guy, we were kind of feeling a bit of a change of scenery. So I grabbed my bag and we started walking down the beach to where it was much busier, and to kind of see what was going on that day. That was a mistake. Walking down the beach in the hot sun, full of vodka and little food in my stomach. I think both of us. I don't think he had eaten much that day at all because we just got smashed. Like, it felt like it all just kicked in at once. We found another log to sit on, but this was the part of the beach that was like in a sea of people. Like, there were hundreds of people all around us that you could see. And we sat down and, like I said, we were smashed. While we're sitting on this log, we start kissing again. Right away, this guy actually goes and pulls down my pants. Like, my pants and my underwear and everything is just hanging out. And he actually goes down and gives me a BJ. In the middle of all these people. And I was so hammered that I did not even stop him because I was just so drunk. Like, what are we doing? Oh, the worst. Then, no joke, about 10 seconds later, we hear this woman screaming from like 40 feet away. Hey! Hey! Literally gets up. She was sitting on a blanket on the ground with her family and just gets up and starts like flailing her arms and screaming. She's like, hey! So as soon as she starts getting up and like running towards us, we look over and we're like, oh crap. Like, so I pull up my pants and me and the guy just start like running away. Right after we started running away, I just saw my friend and her boyfriend. They were like just up in the parking lot, parked. I was running towards them, but the guy that I was with ended up taking off down the path towards like where his cabins were, that his family was staying at. And honestly, I don't blame him for bailing at that point. Like, it's time to go. Right as I reached my friend's car, I told them that we have to go like right now. And her and her boyfriend were like, what's going on? Like, what happened? And I was like, I'll explain in a sec. Let's go now. So we got in the car and we took off. As we're driving away, I told my friend and her boyfriend what happened. And they were like, are you serious? And I was like, yes, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Oh my God. I was like so drunk and they were like dead sober. So to them, they're like, what are you doing? Later that night, I went home and was like, oh my God, what a mess. I am so happy that I'm okay and nothing happened, but I was wrong. About a week later, I'm just chilling at home and we get a knock at our front door. I go upstairs and sure enough, it's a cop. And right away, I'm like, fuck. I open the door and I had to answer the door because my stepdad was also home, like another story down. So if the cop kept knocking, my stepdad would have answered, and I did not want that. I had to deal with this. I opened the door and the cop right away was like, is there a Mr. David Thompson that lives here? I go outside and I close the door. When I got outside, he right away asked me about the incident that had happened on Parksville Beach. And I confirmed that it happened. I could have lied, but I figured I could just get myself into a lot more trouble at that point. This woman would confirm that yes, it was me because she saw me clear as day. I figured I would just avoid getting into more trouble, but I was also kind of confused. So I asked the cop how they knew where I lived. He told me that someone on the beach got my friend's boyfriend's license plate number because it was his car. And so, of course, the cops showed up at his door. He was a very kind of timid, shy, mouse kind of guy. The kind of guy that the law enforcement really scares him. So once they showed up at his house, I'm sure right away he gave up my name and my address. Me and him weren't really friends, so... And then sure enough, the cops show up at my door. And from there, the cop just gave me a promise to appear in court. A couple weeks later, when I showed up at court, the court hearing was actually mega chill. The lawyer that I had for myself could tell I wasn't some kind of like exhibitionist. You know, I'm not looking to flail my dick around in front of families and stuff at the beach. In the end, I just ended up getting 6 months probation that I had to check in with my probation officer once a week. And I also got court ordered to not be drunk in public for those 6 months as well. So Overall, not bad. I didn't go to jail or anything. In the end, it was all good. I did learn a big lesson. Do not drink Absolute vodka. The stuff is trash. No, I'm just kidding. Don't go to the beach and start drinking at like 11 a.m. on an empty stomach while I'm single and crazy. It just ended up being a hot mess. But overall, I got this hilarious, weird story to tell you guys years later. Well, you guys, that was another crazy story of something that happened back in the day. Again, no regrets, shit happens, you learn your lesson and you move forward. I am happy I got to tell you guys that story today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Do not forget to hit that subscribe button, like this video. I have so many more stories to tell you guys, as well as other vlogs from my life. I'm doing a ton more bartending videos. Hit that subscribe button, come on back. I have a ton of content for you guys, and we are gonna have so much more fun together. All right, you guys, I love you so much, and I will see you again very soon. Okay, bye guys.